Alright, the video I'm going to show you in a minute is by Tektor, and it's called Free Energy Generator, Free Energy Magnetic Resonator, and it is unbelievable, and it's as simple as this little bitty circuit. So let's take a look. Okay, this was sent to me by a friend, Valentin, in Czech Republic, and this is very, very interesting. Now, I'm going to explain to you, and then I'm going to show you what I believe is what's going on here. Now, this guy took a very strong magnet, that little bitty magnet there. There's a neodymium or whatever. They did some specs on what exactly that type of magnet is, but it's the very, very strong type. Now, then there's a little insulator between here, and then you come with this spring. Now, there's a stretch in the spring, and I'm going to speak about that later because that could have a choke effect. This is the choke, more of a choke than this. This has less resistance to a magnetic field. Anyway, what he's created here is a battery, and you end up with 2.6 volts approximately coming out of just this particular. There's nothing else here. That's all it is. Now, he's hooked up and I'm going to let it play here as I do this, and I got the power sound off. But what he's going to do is hook up little LEDs and so forth, and he's going from this side all the way over to this side. So he's jumping across. See, they light up, and then he did the motor, and it spun around and all this business. So I know that thing is putting out electricity, and I think to myself, how is this possible? And I'm going to show you what I think is going on. I have a little bit of background in this, so I have some idea what I'm talking about. See if you agree. Alright, the way I'm seeing it, it's literally pushing the electrons. So really, when you have a magnet, what's happening? The magnet is here, it's pulling something up against it. And what is it pulling? It's pulling something iron in it. Why is it pulling it? It wants the electrons to come as close to this as it can. And how do I know that? Because when I pull this apart, this thing here now has its electrons down on this end. It becomes magnetic. So when I go to here, whatever electrons are in this mass migrate towards this, which is really nothing more than a suction device. It's sucking magnets. So we have an insulator between the sucker, which is the magnet here, saying give me all the electrons, and they don't go through there and mix, apparently, for some reason, and I can't tell you why. They create a magnetic field, but in this particular case, and I don't know if it has to do with these coils or what is going on, but the only thing that I can believe is happening is this magnet is so strongly attracting electrons that they are being pulled, and it has possibly something to do with the spin here, because that creates what they call inductance, and it opposes the flow of electricity. I don't know why that would help, but I'm just looking at what I'm seeing. So it's sucking all these electrons down here, and somehow they're allowing them to pass through this. Now, if this has some kind of what they call dielectric property or whatever, I don't know. But all I saw was an insulator. So it goes across there, and then they have to return back to this side to get here again. So whatever load you put on here, the electrons flow right through it, and they go back here, and then they just sort of go in a circle. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know what else to say. That's the only thing that I can say is the possibility. And we know that this is what happens is when you suck electrons down towards a magnetic attraction, they collect down there. So somehow they're getting across here and flowing as a free flow. It's like just pushing, and it's allowing to push without bouncing or anything. They just somehow floating through this barrier, that media, whatever that particular is, goes across here. Now you have the choke coil over here. That's what a full choke looks like. This has less choke to it because it's stretched. And what happens is as the electricity flows through here, it's spinning through here, and it creates this big magnetic field around here, which opposes the incoming electricity. Now this coming in would oppose it, and then let it flow, and then oppose it again. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Somebody should look into this, because this is obviously creating electricity. That's all my point is. All right, I know you're probably thinking, oh, a little bitty thing like that, what is that going to do for the world? Well, it could be scaled up, first of all. Secondly, these devices here could be literally portable. You carry them around in your pocket like a set of batteries, recharge whatever you need to be recharged on the spot. Maybe have a little light battery in there, you know. You never have to put a new battery in your phone, something along those lines. The other things is they do this printed magnetic patterns now. You can, with these new laser printers and things, they can do all kinds of amazing things. And you can put in the most incredible new patterns they have, which can do amazing things. And you have to go look up, and it's all in the trickery stuff, sort of fun with magnets things now, because they're not studying these things the way they should. There is huge potential here, and it's not being looked at, I don't believe, in the correct way. And this is for free energy, and if we could make these things free, we could make everybody on the same playing field, because people don't have power in these poor areas. Think of what a boon that would be to them. And now, not only can you create power with this continuously, you don't need to use it continuously, but you could run this into a little lever that levitated a huge weight, and then as you needed the power, it would let the weight come back down to run your motor in reverse. So it would be like harnessing in a dam. The input would give you output. So you could run all kinds of solar devices into some storage device like that, and made out of rocks and dirt and who knows what, water. It doesn't. You don't have to get crazy with these things. This is battery research has gone insane. What they're trying to do with batteries, very, very, very expensive. And really, all you need to do is lift weights. When the weights come back down, they give you the same thing it took to bring them up. Anyway, this is my kind of thinking. It's simple-minded, I know. But I am a simple-minded person, and I think that's what the world might need at this point.